Welcome to another exciting episode of the Andre The Beast Show. I'm Andre The Beast Crayton with my co-host Yolanda Smith, owner of Branding for Success. What's up, baby girl?
How you doing? Glad to be here. It's an exciting time in the world today. Y'all know I can't sing, but you know what? I be knowing words.
You know what? You know words, but today, wait a minute now, I'm going to roll with this. You know words, but I know somebody that knows sound. You know when you're riding in that, what you driving?
F-Pace.
F-Pace, what is that?
Jaguar.
That's a Jaguar?
That's a Jaguar.
You got some sound in there?
I got a little bit of sound.
You got a little bit of sound?
A little something. But now, I mean, I'm not banging it hard. You know, I don't have the woofers and the tweeters and I think I'm saying it right. Is that right?
Yeah, I got it.
But you know what? I got all that and some.
Plus some.
Plus some. But you know what? Sound is important, but what is even more important is how did a company locally owned in Indianapolis, Indiana, managed to keep going with beautiful sound, beautiful auto detailing, window treatments,
customization,
pimp my ride,
Ooh.
Stay in the business during this pandemic. How they keep that beast state of mind?
I don't know, because that didn't seem like that would have been the priority, right? To go get a new sound
Get real.
system.
When the pandemic was over, I wanted my ride to sound good.
Okay.
The first place I went was there to the sound people.
So,
and the first person I went to was our guest on the show, and his name is?
Justin Anderson. He's the general manager of Audio Masters. You heard it.
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Great. Justin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 27 years old, married. I've been with my wife since middle school. So we're middle school sweethearts. So going on our 4th year of marriage. I've been doing this for the last 10, 12 years maybe. Kind of lose track of so many times. Right. I went to school for it in Daytona Beach, Florida. Kind of knew it was my passion. At the time, I was like, you know what, cars. I'd done the construction, done the delivery driver. I was like, you know what, it's like I can't sit behind a desk for too long. I'm like more than an hour. I'm finishing. I'm like, well, I gotta go do something. So I just knew working on cars is what I wanted to do. It was in my blood. My dad worked on cars. My grandpa loved on cars, and now my kids love to work on cars. So yeah.
The pandemic hit us pretty hard, where we had essential workers, non-essential workers. My viewpoint on that, saw what I put on Facebook when I saw people getting food in restaurants. I said, I need to be open making my money too. I should be an essential worker. Tell me how you guys were able to stay in that beast frame of mind coming out of the pandemic, and what was it like with your business before the pandemic, and was there a serious hit, and how bad was it?
So when that was opening up, we were opening up our shops. We just opened up. We've only been in a shop for 2 years. So right when it was happening, we were opening our shop up, and then COVID hit, and everything was put on hold. So imagine open a shop up, investing all this money, and now you gotta wait 3 or 4 months to come back into it because no one could work. Right. So when we took a break off, we did what we all had to do. We just installed out of our house, kind of did what we need to do for customers. We're still trying to engage those customers to say, hey, we're here for you, we get it, and we're going to do what we can. We just can't technically go into the shop and do it, but we can do it outside of our house, because again, the law does say we can't work out of the house, says we couldn't be into our shop. So when after COVID hit, they said you're good to go. We came back full forces, took all of our investments and put in promotions, said, hey, we're here now. We're open. We're back at it. Come to us. Let's get what you need. And, a lot of those people were taking advantage of the system and getting paid on unemployment, so they were getting that extra little cash. The pandemic pay. Someone was getting paid the extra money, so they're like, instead of investing it, they're like, I'm investing in my car. And as owners, this is what we want. We want to help those customers out, so that's what we did.
Yeah, if that's what they want, you need to be there to provide that service.
Do I agree that they're spending their $1,200 with me? Maybe not, but I'm not going to refuse money because I got bills and people to pay. So
talk about really what do you guys do? Help us understand. I mean, I know you're more than audio, so let's talk about what do you guys do.
How I break it down to everybody is, you ever seen the show Pimp My Ride? That's literally what we do, right? We offer window tinting, we offer wraps, and we're offering everything like that. So wraps, window tinting, car audio, customization, anything you can kind of think of that you're trying to make that car more personal for yourself. That's what we do. Is what we offer. I mean, people come in with dreams and hopes. Sometimes I gotta be a little more realistic with them. Like, hey, we can't do that, but I can get you close to where you want to be at. And,
you're not a magician, huh?
Right. I can't just
like what was one of the things where somebody came in there with this thing you gonna really do?
The guy came in with a 6-seater golf cart, and he wanted his whole roof just full of speakers. I'm thinking, it's plastic roof, man. There's nothing. What am I gonna mount it to? So I kind of told him, like, hey, but what I can do is do speakers underneath the seat. It's waterproof. It's gonna sound awesome.
He
did it. He's like, I trust you, Justin. Let's go for it. And we did it. And we killed it.
But you can't get on the golf course banging and bumping.
People think
that must have been a part.
Have you ever been in mine?
I thought you had
people
to be really
use golf
quiet.
carts besides that. I mean, people driving in the city parades.
He's driving around the neighborhood. That's a party cart. That's not a golf cart.
He works for the city of Lawrence, so he's actually in the parades. So he wanted something in the parades to listen to music.
Okay,
he's like, I don't want to hear people talking. I just want to listen to my music, hold my flags up, and go down the road. So that's we do that. Andre came in. He said, I got a car. And I said, let's do it. What you want? I don't turn down no jobs. I mean, to a certain point, I'm like, yeah, we'll take you. We're going to make it happen. He kind of said, this is what I'm looking for. And I said, but do you trust me? And he's like, not really, but here's my money, here's my car.
We got to work on that. Yeah. So essentially what you're saying is that if somebody has a concept or an ideal, you'll try to bring that to life for them.
To a certain point, to be realistically, I got to get them to we're going to be happy, right? Some people come in with high expectations, and a
low budget. No, that.
Yes.
Yeah.
This market here, it's not expensive, but how I say, it costs to play. If you want something that sounds good, you got to put investments in. You can't be cheap in this. Like you can be cheap with shoes, right? But you can't really be cheap with car audio or one hotel like that. You got to invest in that.
Yeah.
It's gonna last longer.
Yeah.
You don't want to put $200 on the speakers and it'll last you maybe 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Something I didn't know until I went to him. I had no idea that speakers deteriorate. I never thought about that. And he was like, the older your vehicle, speakers kind of almost dry rot.
They dry rot, exactly. So the speakers we took out of his car, his car being almost 20 years old, we took them out and they were crumbling in our hands.
Oh,
the frame wasn't, but the actual the basket was just crumbling in our hands. I said, look, Andre, this is the reason I'm telling you.
Man, I'm going to have to come to you. I'm sitting up here. I've got a convertible Volvo sitting in Florida, right?
Bring it on.
And I'm just like...
Is that why you was in Florida?
Well, I go on vacation. That's my second home.
What part of
Florida? Fort Lauderdale.
I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale.
Are you serious?
My mom, I was born in Hollywood.
Okay.
I've been to Florida.
Yeah. So
I kind of hang out at the Hard Rock a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I'm down there. I lived in Daytona for a couple of years, so
all right.
I'm a big Floridian.
Yeah, and we were just in it, and my daughter the other day literally just put in, they hook it up through the phone now, right?
Uh-huh.
And it sounded awful. I bet you. My speakers are crumbling because it's an older car, but it still looks good. It doesn't even have 40,000 miles on it.
Sometimes,
but it's like a 2009.
Just like an oil change.
Man.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah, you need to update your stuff.
Okay, it looks good.
Yeah, you need to update your stuff. Let me explain to you a little bit more on what's going on, because I know the viewers are like, well, what does that have to do with beast mode right now? That beast frame of mind doesn't necessarily resonate to having bad and difficult times and getting out of bad and difficult times. Sometime on this show, I like to just feature individuals that have done something that they like doing and actually have become a success. You're 27 years old and successful at what you do. Take me down the road where, this may sound cliche, but what moment of your life that was kind of difficult for you?
So let's bring it down to, I lived in Ohio at the time. I was engaged, not to the woman I was with now, but another lady, and I was working a dead-end job. It's kind of like, I hate my, so kind of like, go to the point, I hate my life, hate where I'm at. I need to do something. So I took a gamble and went to Florida by myself. Had no money in my money. I had $200 in my name.
Wow.
$200 in my name.
I love it.
I asked my dad, can you drive my car or my tools down? I bought a $50 flight to Florida one way. I said, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to figure it out. I went down there, found a school called Installer Institute. Shout out to Aaron and everybody over there. Did all that, did a 6-month course. Actually, took a 2-year course into 6 months, did that. I had to get shoulder surgery, so I moved back to home, had shoulder surgery. I was here a week in Ohio. And I was like, I gotta go back to Florida. I'm out. So I left. Again, I picked up the last couple $100 I had, and I rode out to Florida, slept on my friend's couch, and it was rough. Mm-hmm. I had no family down there. My parents were up here. My mom was pretty much sick. She had surgery. She had to get a wound vac and all that stuff. I had no money to fly back up here. I was devastated. I was like, I'm getting ready to lose my mom. I had no money. I can't go back and visit her. Can't make sure she's all right. I got to sit down here on FaceTime and just kind of watch her go through this. So at the time, it was really rough shape. I was depressed, but I was doing what I loved. In the state, I really am truly passionate about, right? So that's how it catch-22. Like, do I go back home? And my mom said, listen, no matter what, you need to follow your dreams. This is what you are. Don't worry about me. My job is to worry about you. And I was like, okay.
Wow, I just had chill bumps. Okay,
so it's like, all right, Mom, I'm not doing, this is what you want me to do. I'm going to focus. So I did that. So I was living by myself in an apartment. Now, down in Florida, you must know condos are expensive.
Yes.
So in Daytona Beach, my condo was $1,200 for one bedroom. I was only getting paid $400 a week doing car audio. So I was doing something I love, in the state I love, not making great money, working for somebody else and trying to survive. Yeah. I ended up losing my condo. I did. But I moved in with my friend, and at the time I was like, I'm rock bottom. This is it. I have my car that I'm barely making payments on. I have a job that I love, but not making a lot of money on it. So it come 2017, Memorial Day weekend, my mom was like, I'm coming down to visit you. I said, okay, cool. Well, my wife at the time was really good friends with my mom, and I didn't know this. We've been split up for a couple of years. She's like, hey, hit me up out of blue. Hey, I'm coming down to Florida with your parents. It's like,
surprise.
What? I was like,
guess who's coming to dinner?
Right. I was like, oh, okay. And then all those feelings kind of rushed back. I was like, oh, crap. Now, I got the itch. I was getting excited. I'm getting ready to see my parents. So my parents came down before she did, and they just said, we need you to move back. It's time.
Yeah.
You need to move back. You're not financially stable here. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm staying here. So she came down.
And then that girl showed up.
Well, the crazy part is, I never met her son. Or she's a son now. Never met him. First time I met him, he ran up to me and called me dad.
Wow.
Called me daddy. I'll forget. So then I was suckered in. I'm like, I can't lay you down. Just call me dad, And now I asked her, did you plan this?
I was going to ask her, we need to have her in here.
She's like, I didn't plan this. He just opened up to you. He thought you were his dad. So I just knew. I packed everything up in my storage. Put in my Lexus 300 at the time. I had everything. And I drove from here to Indy. And I moved back. But here's the crazy part. I broke down in Atlanta. And then I limped on 4 cylinders back from Atlanta all the way here. My car blew up in her driveway.
Oh, my goodness.
That's crazy.
So some things are just meant to be.
My mom said, come home. And I took the gamble. She said, hey, you can live with me. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Come back. Even if we don't work out, I'm still going to help you get on your feet. And I was like, okay.
That's a good person.
So I did. I took the gamble. I'm all about chances. I'm all about people. So I went back, and ever since then. So I went back in April. In November, I got married to her.
Wow.
I just knew.
Awesome.
I was like, I have to marry her. There's no doubt about it. So
as a branding expert, so Andre said, I have my own business, Branding for Success. It's really about helping people unleash, that power. The fact that you're this young, I'm telling you, this is impressive. I know I work with tons of individuals, and most of them have had lots of experience and still cannot tell me what they're passionate about.
Right.
Still have yet to uncover their passion. So for you, that's huge. That's huge. And to be able then to commit yourself to doing what you love doing and having the talent to be able to see it through and monetize it is big.
But what's even more bigger is people fail to realize when we do these podcasts, this is live.
Right.
And this is unrehearsed.
That's
right.
So
this was him being honest, getting thrown a question and really opening up. But more importantly, that beast mentality at that age and moving forward.
Impressive.
You're right. I know grown men and women, and I ask them, what are you passionate about?
Don't know.
And they'll do like this, I don't know.
Not sure.
Or they go to work just to go to work to get a check and miserable that they going to work to get a check.
Why? Why are you doing that to yourself? You hate your situation.
Because I think we've been programmed to survive.
Change your situation.
They've been programmed.
You hate your 9 to 5. Guess what? Wake up and do something you love.
That's what I say to people.
Invest in yourself, right?
Oh,
invest
my Lord.
in yourself.
We need him.
Take a gamble on yourself. Why? Because if you fail, you can say, you know what? I tried.
You tried.
I bet it on myself. I did this for myself.
That's awesome.
I want to be able to grow old and know I did everything I could to do everything for my kids.
Justin, huge. This is absolutely huge.
I want my kids to grow up like my dad did what he loves.
Do you know how many people do not invest in themselves? They'll invest in somebody else's company. They'll spend their time working for other people, miserable because they have a paycheck or that company offers a retirement and they've been told you got to be stable. You have to do this.
And when they give them the watch, then what happens?
Then no sooner then the company goes through some issues. They'll tell you it's not personal. This is business. I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go.
But you just missed the birthdays, the holidays, your kids growing up, the soccer games you missed because.
Why? And you know what they do?
I love it.
Well, I did it all for you.
No, that's some BS. I'm telling you, but that's the power in it, and that's what I am passionate about, helping people to achieve their highest potential.
Absolutely.
By being able to unleash that.
And another reason I asked you to be on the show, Mo, he got tied up. He couldn't be here. I'd like to give shouts out to Mo and the Audio Masters company. I was inspired by the passion when I went to you. I was like, man, this guy is on his A game. But he took, and I probably went there several times because he was really trying to get the car where I needed it to go. And I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, man, I know this dude tired of seeing me. But he just treated me with such passion. I was like, man, this dude has some passion about himself.
And patience, I'm sure.
What's that supposed to mean? Was I a rough customer?
No, you're very persistent. I'll tell you that.
Well, I believe in quality. No, let me rephrase it.
Beast mode.
No, people have, this is no lie, people have literally lost the word customer service.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Customers first. Customers are always right to a certain point. You gotta tell them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but someone comes in and like Andre, right? He spends a lot of money, and we do a job, and it's not right. It's our job to make it right.
That's right.
Don't matter if it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
Until that is done correctly.
Yeah. We're just even talking about customer on a basic level where people just don't even greet you with a smile these days.
No. Can I help you?
It's almost like you're inconveniencing them to. It's amazing to me.
That's how some shops here. They're like, I just want your money. It's like, no, I want you. I want you as a customer.
Think about the value of your brand. Your brand is on the line, and if you do well. Still today, no matter how much social media marketing we have and things like that, word of mouth still has power.
Absolutely.
That word of mouth. You
get
a referral.
Word of mouth. How long have I been personal training? That's right. Yeah, somebody said, how long you been training? I said, word of mouth.
You do something well, we tell somebody else we do that. So, I mean, that's huge. So by the way, if you need your car serviced and you'd like to have a nice sound system, because who does not like to jam going down the road?
Right. Believe me, I'm rolling.
Are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
And if you need a little bit of kitten out, as I call it, or you want to pimp your ride, go check out Audio Masters. Where are you guys located?
Calston off 86th Street. So we're actually kind of ducked off behind the Midas and Meineke, but
I would say behind
Arby's.
Behind the Arby's. I know
behind
exactly where that is.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
We're right behind Arby's. It's
definitely
great. It's a great location. We don't get a lot of traffic, so we had to do a lot of our promotions through Facebook. But it's great platform.
Yeah.
Facebook reaches millions of people a day.
Yep.
And so it's a great platform.
If you stay active on it, it'll work for you. You know?
So we try to do a couple posts a week. We have a couple big jobs going on now, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm trying to get Mo into more of the customized. He's like he wants to get in and out.
That's Mo.
Yeah, there's Mo. That's my buddy. To me, he's like family. He really took me in.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is, he's from Jordan, right? So their culture is very their culture is very family. They trust their own culture, right?
Yes.
So for him to take me in and trust me is a lot about a character. I had to show him.
Yes.
He gave me a 2-week trial. He said, "I'll give you 2 weeks. You got to prove yourself to me." And that 2 weeks, I got the keys to the building.
There you have it.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about character judgment.
It is. And relationships. That's the other thing we talk about. It's about building connections, relationships, because that's how you sustain business, at the end of the day.
Yep. So before we wrap up, you have your own ambitions. Tell me about them. We went through the sad part. Now tell me what you really want to do.
So ultimately is grow into audio masters. I want to get them to where they want to go, right? I big believer they can do it, but I also want to do my own thing. I do Anderson Customs. Shot me out on Facebook. I do my own stuff on the side. Now I don't take away business from audio masters because that's I'm very loyal to them. But my goal is one day to have the next 5 years have my own shop. I want my boys to grow up knowing my dad did it. My dad did what he wanted to do.
And why not create some generational wealth along the way?
Exactly,
you know
right?
What I mean?
I'm not looking to make millions. Not what I'm in it for. I'm here to make people happy.
Yeah.
Give them happy, do custom cars. I want to do that. I don't want to do the 9-to-5 desk job. I've done that. I worked at a dealership and sold cars to people. That's cool. My passion is cars, working with customers, and making people happy. So my boys can grow up like, I work for my dad. I run my dad's shop. That's just what I want. That's just what I'm doing. So
yeah. Well, I always say if you serve people, serve, the rewards will come back
to you. Exactly. That's
so.
My biggest thing now is customer service is getting my name out there. I'm always, hey, I'm Justin Anderson. Nice to meet you. Yep. I'm the general manager here. I was first name basis because I want their name in my head, bad or good. I want them to remember me.
Mm-hmm. One thing I can say, and I remember this, when I was having problems, even when he was out of town, he gave me his direct cell number, and he literally got back with me every time I had a question. I was like, man, this is like totally customer service at its best. And I'm just big on customer service. I hate going to a place where I feel like I'm inconveniencing somebody to do something.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets my phone number, so don't think you're gonna get my phone number out there.
Call him now at 317-444-6655. No, I don't know. That is a bogus number. That's probably somebody's number.
Yeah. 777-93.
So don't everybody get my phone number. I got Andre. I met Andre, and it's all about connections. So it's good. I knew what he was doing. I'm a big believer in local businesses. I support a local business before I supported Shane. I know what he was doing, his movement. And I got behind him. I was like, you know what, Andre? Keep going. You're doing great things. And he said,
thank you.
He's like, I want to come put you on my show. I was like, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, our show is so exciting because the topics are relevant, but we have such diversity in what we showcase, and part of that is truly helping businesses to elevate their brand, to get the word out of it, create the awareness. We want to educate, we want to empower. So this is awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I like Mo. You're right. I mean, I came there Sunday because there was a miscommunication, and he showed up, and he was just so even more caring and concerned about just me. I just said, the car the sound's good, but I just need a little tweak. And he was like,
"Gotcha.
We got you." Yeah, it's like,
you know what? He says that and I go, "Justin."
And you know what? You're right. Because when I went back, he goes, "Justin's got you."
Yeah. You know what? But there's nothing like having that type of person that you can depend on. I mean, that speaks volumes and the trust that he has.
Now we got a team with us now that I think
who does your window tinting guy?
So we have Abu, which is his nephew. The tall. I call him Mr. Hollister.
Man, he
looks like it belongs on a poster.
Yeah,
he does. I call him Mr. Beautiful sometimes.
He is so detailed. I told Mo, I said, man, I never seen a dude that takes such pride in trimming and putting window tint on the window. Yesterday, I told him, I said, man,
that's
you're so
like
good.
Artwork. That's like artwork. Yeah, it's an art.
So we got a team going on now, and I really think with the team we have, we're going to do great things in the future. It's just
sounds good.
It's all about steps and getting there, and so we're getting there now.
Yep.
And best believe that the Andre The Beast Show with my co-host Yolanda Smith will back you guys 100%.
That's right.
Make sure we do whatever it takes. Before we wrap up, I haven't did this in a while. We went through the pandemic. We seen all kind of stuff. Your story was remarkable with going to Florida with only $200 in your pocket at such a young age. Give the viewers that surround your age, even the older people, some sense of if you can do it, they can do it.
Biggest thing is take a gamble on yourself. Take the risk. There's no risk but no rewards, right? So, people are sitting at home, man, I wish I could do this. Do it. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can, if you want to be a doctor, figure out, go do it. If you want to work on cars, do it. Just do it. You're not going to go in and make millions of dollars. People who have this high expectations, I want to be rich. No. You got to start somewhere. Get your ground first. You got to put your shoes on before you start running. Left foot, right foot first, right? So people who are at my age, just take a gamble on yourself, or work with somebody who's in the industry you want to do. Get the knowledge. Get what you need to do.
Build the relationship.
Get the relationship.
You a coach, a mentor,
somebody.
And a
get you a friend, and kind of co-host or do what you got to do, and then when you think you're ready, I'm a big believer in God, so excuse me if you're not religious, but when God is ready for you to take that passion, God's gonna sit you on that path. Say, let's go, let's do it. But you got to put the work in. They don't got to.
And this is the different with this generation. They do a lot of talking about what they want, but if you just would take the step to do it, you'd be done while you're still sitting on the couch talking about it.
You're talking about it. You could already been 2-3 steps down the road already.
Down the road. I've been saying it for years.
This generation now is, I hate to say because I'm part of the generation, but they're watchers. They just, they're dreamers, is what I call them. They just want to dream. Oh, I wish.
But we're encouraging you. They see a lot on TV, but those people did not get there. It looks like an overnight sensation, but there's no such thing.
Those people on TV are putting a lot of work in. Even you guys are doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that puts you into the path you are now.
Yeah,
so.
You're right. Well, great.
That sounds like a winner. But I'm gonna close out with these words from Justin Anderson. Believe in yourself. This has been another exciting episode. Justin, thanks for being here. Thanks my co-host, Yolanda Johnson Smith. See, I got you, Yolanda Smith. I'd like to thank my producer over there who's been quiet for the last episode, Jay.
It's Jason.
Good grief. I'm just messing with everybody today. But you know what?
And the Justins.
Jason Johnson.
Jay. Ladies and gentlemen.
Jason Airway. I didn't even have a chance to put my graphic up. JasonAaron.pro. I don't get to come on very often, so I got to capitalize. Hello, everybody.
Here I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, just believe in yourself. This has been the Andre The Beast Show.